Not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
AMP Media Productions presents Tell Us Your Business, where you are invited on the air to tell us what makes your business stand out in the community. It's important to hear from you to tell us all we need to know at what you do best. Tell Us Your Business uses the latest radio and television production systems, and all shows can be seen on AMP Media Productions. If you have a question for our guest, call 888-994-4995 Studio A. Now let's get ready as our guest hits the airwaves and informs us on what we need to know on Tell Us Your Business.
Hi, good evening. Happy Wednesday to everyone, and welcome to He Said, She Said from the New Dawn Theater in Boca Raton. I am Kevin Mullins.
And I'm your hostess, Deniz Kilic.
Already giving yourself a title. I love it. We are off to a good start. So, before we even dive into it, I think you should know what He Said, She Said is. We all have topics out there that there are different sides. There's what he says, there's what she says, there's what they say. And what we're going to do is we're going to take controversial or maybe not so controversial topics in which there's a difference in the feminine and the masculine opinion. What do you think?
I think it's going to be really fun, and I'm curious to see where it goes because we have no idea what these questions are going to be. So it's pretty much, we're going to be on the spot, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and we're going to have some talking points. We both have an amazing background in everything from real estate, personal training, TV time, movies. And honestly, I think between the two of us, we've done...
Don't forget astrology. Excuse
yeah.
me.
Never forget astrology. Fellas out there, I'm already giving you a he said. If she's into astrology, you love that, bro. You love that. But with that said, let's kind of dive into something that you and I both share, and then we'll talk a little bit about our backgrounds. So let's come out of the gate with something good. Weight training. I know you didn't think you were going to log in tonight and see your favorite personal trainer, but that's kind of where we're going to start. That's my background, 15 years as a personal trainer and coach at a variety of fitness facilities. But it's a controversial topic in the sense that women and men approach weight training in the gym very, very differently. And all you have to do is go to a Gold's Gym to see it, or Crunch, or whatever your favorite fitness facility is. What's your take?
Well, as a female, it's kind of daunting, especially as you get older. Now, when you're younger, it's like, woo, let's have fun at the gym. Let's take some pictures. Let's take some videos. I mean, you go on Instagram, you see women working out, and you're like, are you really, like, is that actually working out? But I digress. As you get older, let's just say you weren't an active person when you were younger, and that pertains to me. You know, I was not an active individual. I was really awkward, so I stayed away from anything athletic. However, as I got older, I realized the importance of health.
You were awkward?
I was incredibly awkward.
Were you that person who would fall over random things?
Okay, imagine me trying to serve a volleyball, and I serve the volleyball, but I trip and just fall because I just.
So not. Did you at least hit the volleyball?
No. I fell flat on my face and got made fun of. So that's literally.
Oh, so you were that one.
I was that one.
Well, you know what though? But you were probably cute. You probably popped up with some flair.
Oh gosh, no! I wanted to run home crying. It was brutal. But hey, listen, that made me stronger. It made me where I am.
Psychologically, at the very least.
Psychologically, maybe not physically.
Resilience, right? A little bit of bullying goes a long way, I think, to making you a little tougher on the inside.
Yes, but basically my message to women is if you're a little uncertain about trying working out, there's nothing wrong with hiring a trainer or having some guidance, because as you get older, strength training becomes more important, helps with maintaining your bone mass, prevents osteoporosis, et cetera, et cetera. I can go on and on and on.
Well, that's why we're here. I mean, I think that's a great kickoff point. And so we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to get some laughs in. But we do want to make sure that you get better today. One of my rules in life is let's make sure everyone gets better when I get the chance to speak to them. And so let's talk about the bone mass specifically for women, and then I'm going to make fun of guys for a little bit because I think it's important. But when you think about a lot of your friends, a lot of people that you've helped in your fitness career, what do you find the number one selling point for women is? Like, why do they hire you? Why have they come to you?
Because they are in a transitory period of their life.
Big words.
Yes, big words. I know
You
big
have words?
words. I do. I have words.
Fun fact, she beat me at Scrabble so bad on the Virgin Cruise Line,
I
almost
did.
got escorted off the boat for my point total. To this day, I have a feeling I'm going to have to play my way back onto the next cruise, but that's a whole other point.
Yes, I destroyed you, but that's another conversation for another day. But yeah, I mean, it is one of the most important things, especially as we age, because over 35, women, and men too, but women specifically do lose more bone mass every year, and it increases. So the best way to stay healthy, to stay strong, is weightlifting. Now, there's a big controversial subject about, oh, I love to do cardio, I don't want to weight train, I don't want to get too bulky. Now, that is the most controversial thing. You're a woman, you're not going to get bulky. Trust me, you're not going to look like a man.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. You're not going to be masculine. It's only going to help you. You're going to feel stronger, you're going to feel more confident. That's what I bring with what I do as a personal trainer. You know, it's not just physical, it's mental, it's a soulful experience, it's transformative, and it's a journey to self-love.
Ooh, self-love, that's always a good one. Now, in my experience, it's actually always really funny when you're the male personal trainer. With female clients, there's obviously a lot of sociological stipulations, what people think you do, but if you're actually serious about your job, one of the funnier things is so many of my clients over the years are like, Kevin, listen, I understand I have to lift weights, but I don't want to get bulky. And I couldn't help but laugh, like, do you think you're going to wake up and be Hulk Hogan the next day? Like, hey, let's go do some squats. And then the next morning you look at your husband like, yeah, brother, let's go make some breakfast. I need more protein. Like, it's just not how it works. In fact, if anything, ladies, weightlifting just accentuates just how amazing you have been made. So if anything, it just strengthens and highlights it. But let's flip the script a little bit here. Let's make fun of my people, the he-saids out there. Fellas, legs matter. All legs matter. You need to understand that at the end of the day, going in the gym and pumping up your upper body like your Arnold Schwarzenegger is great, but if your legs disappear when you turn sideways, that's not a good look. If you look like SpongeBob SquarePants went to the gym, not a good look. As a lady, what do you say?
I think SpongeBob is cute.
Well, SpongeBob is cute, but would you go on a date with SpongeBob?
I don't know. I think I might.
Yeah?
I want to go to his home.
You want to come see my pineapple? You want to see my pineapple?
I mean, that's possible.
I mean, my pineapple, never mind. It's still before 8. But no, seriously, as a female who is taking weight training very serious, let the men out there know. What are you thinking when you see a guy with Vin Diesel arms and Seabiscuit calves?
Well, you only really notice them when they wear shorts, and it's very unproportionate. So, look, I don't like to judge, but honestly, if I'm going to be shallow, it's not the most attractive look.
Be shallow, come on.
You want to be balanced all around. Legs are tough to work out. I'm not going to lie. Like, some days I want to die at the gym working out legs. But you want to know something? When you're done, there's nothing like that feeling accomplished, feeling strong. But in the midst of it, it sucks. But guys,
you gotta go to the pain cave.
You gotta go to the pain cave, guys. You gotta do it. You gotta include leg day on your list.
And ladies, I'm gonna just tell you this: if your man can't get through a leg day, he's probably gonna fold under pressure. No, I'm kidding. No, there's a lot of that's a little bit of my trainer belief. But I think one of the things that we want to touch on here a little bit too, because our backgrounds couldn't be more different. Yours, in short, is astrology.
Yes.
Real estate.
Yes.
You yourself went to college for media production, yes?
Correct, I did.
So here we are, back on camera. Full circle moments. And then mine, you want to intro me? You want to see if you can do me?
So,
you want to do me?
So Kevin is not only an educator, a public speaker, a motivator, a fitness professional, a coach, a life changer. What else? I know that you were on TV at one point. You were on weren't you on a reality show?
I was on Men's Health Next Top Trainer, which is the Top Chef equivalent for us meatheads out there. It was a competition, me and 7 significantly better looking men. But it was a really good time. I did not get the rose.
No, and I believe from deep down inside, I saw the video and the footage. I believe he was really picked on. But that's controversial, and I love being controversial, so I don't care. I just think that they picked on him.
Well, that's actually a great talking point. So yes, I've been doing this a while. How about the controversy of the Aaron Rodgers documentary?
Oh yeah.
We watched it about 3 weeks ago? So for those at home, we probably didn't intro this. We probably should have said this. We're also dating. We're like a thing. Sometimes we hang out. I've seen her when her hair's wet. That is a rare life
very
occurrence.
rare. That last time someone has seen that was honestly in middle school.
She knows what I say to myself when I sleep. I murmur a little bit.
Yeah, you do talk in your sleep.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Is it good, though? Is it like, does it sound like a movie script, or does it sound like nonsense?
Mostly nonsense, but it's okay. You know?
What's different than when I'm awake?
It's not. There is no difference, honestly.
I find that talking in life is a lot like golf. If I take more shots at it, I'm eventually going to hit one right. So I talk maybe more than I should, but maybe that's why I'm sitting here in front of a camera talking on the radio.
Yeah, you can talk to yourself all day. You keep yourself company.
What did you say the other day when we had a little fight and you go, you talk 80%?
85% more
85.
than I
You
do.
moved it up 5 more percent?
Yeah, 85% of the time you talk.
It's because everything you say has value, so you don't need to add
Oh,
words.
okay, I'm sure.
Booty kissing. Mwah, with a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, back to it. Let's talk that Aaron Rodgers documentary. Let's think about this for a second. So for those of you who don't know, Aaron Rodgers, professional NFL, National Football League quarterback, had a pretty storied career with the Green Bay Packers and then went on to have an unfortunate but, mediocre situation with the New York Jets. And he caught a lot of flack in the media a couple years ago because it was released that he was going to Mexico for ayahuasca ceremonies.
Yes.
And that's, to be very clear, the typical NFL fan between four Coors Lights has no idea how to spell ayahuasca, let alone know what it does.
Do you? Can you spell it?
A-Y-A...
Wrong.
I...
Incorrect.
P-K-P-R-Y-T said... But in general, it's a substance that you could ingest to, what would you call it, hallucinate? Visions? What do you what do you
I
say?
don't like to use the word hallucinate because everyone's journey is different. Some might consider it a hallucination. Some might consider it an awakening. Some might consider it an awakening, yes. Some might experience it as a spiritual awakening, a cleansing of the soul, so to speak. So there's many different manifestations of the medicine. It's called plant medicine for a reason. Yeah. So it is controversial. Some people think it's BS. Some people think it's cured them. It's made them a better person. It's changed their lives.
So what do you think it did for Aaron?
I think that, according to the documentary, it helped him release a lot of his ego and really get in touch with what he wanted or what he wants, his purpose in life. I think that he was very much into football his whole life. I mean, that was his identity. So the ayahuasca helped him remove that identity to find his core self because, you're not born a football player. Like, who are you really? What's your path? And it allowed him to open up and find that direction in his life.
Yeah, and so then my take is I actually think that's why he had a couple weaker years in his career, because there are some places in life, battlefields, football fields, where your ego is part of what sets you apart. So I think he had some softness there that in other parts of his life were probably really good, right?
Oh,
so
100%.
His relationships, his parenting, his relationship with friends, he probably found himself peaceful there, but I think he lost his edge on the football field because he just stopped caring.
My favorite part was when he just went to Egypt. Like, he
randomly.
skipped out. What did he skip out on?
Training camp.
Training camp, yeah. He was like, I'm going to Egypt. I'm going to go visit the pyramids. I was like, yeah, because I would do something like that.
And in fact, we're going to get ready and take a commercial break, and we're going to head to Egypt, and hopefully we'll make it back in time.
Yes. We'll see you soon.
See you shortly.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Receive the very best in home care. At Sunshine Home Care Services, our mission is simple yet profound: to support and enhance the lives of our clients. We genuinely enhance the quality of life and offer a comprehensive suite of 26 services tailored to meet every need. We go beyond the basics with health monitoring, emotional support, pet care, and home safety checks. Sunshine Home Care Services is more than just a service. It's a partnership in care. We invite you to experience the difference a compassionate team can make. For a personal consultation, call us today at 561-821-5811.
Thank you for watching He Said, She Said, brought to you by Amp Media Productions. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to He Said, She Said, where we answer your questions from a male's perspective with a little bit of ego and the female perspective.
A little bit of softness.
A little, yes.
A little bit of softness.
Exactly. But the best part about it is we do not know what these questions are. Everything is going to be completely improv. So we're either going to end the show hating each other or loving each other. It's going to be up to them.
Yeah. So what I would say is get your significant other, pile them around, get in the debate with us. You know, think about this. This is election night for us.
Oh, boy.
So let's see where this thing goes, okay? So we'll get a map up here. We'll start saying, well, Kevin is doing this. Deniz is doing this. So why don't we kick it off to our audience here and find out our first question.
All right. Who handles stress better, men or women?
I'll let you start.
Well, let me start. I know that everyone's going to say men do because obviously men don't have the same fluctuations in their hormones as women do. So some would say men do handle stress better. But I do find that men tend to get angry or lose their temper. They're a little bit more aggressive when they're stressed, okay? That's how I feel.
What do you mean we get at now?
Impatient.
What do you mean?
Impatient.
Never.
It's just quite unattractive sometimes.
I would agree with that. I think we, as maybe potentially unrefined versions of masculinity, we can go to anger as like default mode. It's like something went wrong, get angry. However, I will say this. If I need to get out of a burning building, I'm going to trust the leadership of someone who doesn't go, oh my God, the picture's from 3rd grade. And don't forget this and don't forget that. Like, I do think certain situations, that linear thinking, that very straight, X, Y, Z.
I guarantee you in that situation, you would freak out. Like, I'd be the one having to hold it together. You lost your mind.
Would you carry me out of the house?
I would. I'd carry you by your feet, by your legs. I would do it. Like, I've been practicing the sled with the sled.
That's called dragging.
It's like using the sled at the gym. I'm pulling the sled. I can pull you.
My head on the back of the stairs.
You're not SpongeBob legs. You're good.
I can pull you.
My SpongeBob body. Doof, 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 doof,
but when you locked your keys outside of your place, you lost your mind. Remember that day? And I was like, let's keep it cool. Everything's going to be fine.
Guilty. So I had never lived somewhere where once I shut the door, it was locked, and I left my keys inside. And so I was a little bit freaked out because it was like 11:30 at night. So I was thinking like no one was in the building. But I think...
What?
What was your final vote?
I think it depends, but I think...
You got to vote.
I have to vote.
You got to vote. She's or he's.
I'm going to say women because we're always constantly under stress. We're the ones that have to give birth. We're the ones that have so much pressure in that area of our lives. So I think we can handle enormous amounts of stress compared to men.
Here we go. Instantly dropping the birth thing. We can't do that.
Sorry.
Fellas, I'm sticking with us here. I'm sticking with the guys. I ain't leaving you on this one. All right, next.
All right. Who's more likely to quit a job they hate without a backup plan?
Women. Why?
What? Why?
You could have a bad conversation with the girl that works in reception 4 floors below you, but now you suddenly have a stomach ache every time you need to go to work because you can't stand that word that would be censored by the FCC. So I am going to say that more likely a woman would leave a job on emotional reasons.
Oh, really?
Versus a guy who's going to be like, I don't like it here. I should probably find a landing pad before I go blow this thing up.
I see. Well, I think men are a little bit more spontaneous in that way. And I think men, again, are very egotistical. And I think that if they find that their ego is being threatened at a job, they're going to go find a job that feeds their ego a little bit more. They're just going to be like, screw this. I'm better than this. And bye-bye. Bye-bye job.
Now, here's where I'm going to challenge you. Do you think that's the South Florida, and in your case, a little bit of New York mindset, where there's a lot of amazing jobs, a little bit more maybe blue-collar? I can think of a lot of job types where men just kind of suck it up for 40 years until they hopefully get to Social Security and retirement. Coal mining, police officers, firefighters, construction, where there's probably not much pay or appreciation, but that's just what they do in life.
Well, it also depends on which generation. I mean, Gen Z, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
like
Gen Z smells a funny feeling.
They'll leave. They were like, no problem. This is, what would they say?
I don't know. And then what's the next one?
Next
Gump,
one.
Gen A.
Read another one?
Yeah.
Is there a correct way to load the dishwasher?
Oh my God, no. You're
And
going
what
to get
is
up
it?
and leave.
What is the correct way to
I'll
load
let you
a
talk
dishwasher?
first, babe.
Stop.
America?
No, it doesn't
I didn't pick
matter.
this question, but I'm glad it's here.
It does not matter. Oh my God. If I wasn't censored, I would say so much more. But it doesn't matter how you load the dishwasher. The dishes are going to be clean. Now, if you have a family of 10 people, like you have 6 people living in your house, yes, that might make a difference. You have to be more mindful of where you put your dishes. But like if it's 2 people, who cares? Just throw it in there and wash the dishes. Like you're wasting your time thinking about which slot the dish has to go in.
Do you
It's like
put
a
them in
waste.
clean or dirty?
They're clean.
So you wash them first.
Oh, no, I rinse them out and then I put them in the dishwasher.
Kevin?
You can take dirty things, very dirty things.
Oh, God.
And you can put them in the dishwasher. But if you put them in the correct place where the water jets will hit them, magic occurs. Throw in a little finish jet in there. Mwah. Bon appetito on your next mealo.
There's a filter in there, by the way. So you're going to clog the filter. It's
Okay.
not going to wash the dish.
I have no filter.
And what, in life or your dishwasher?
No, when it comes to the organization of loading a dishwasher, bowls in the middle, glasses on the outside,
Oh my
use
God.
soft plastics to break the spaces between the glasses. In the bottom rack, tall plates in the back, short plates in the front, and all of your pans and
Do
or
you literally
cookie
go to
sheets.
sleep thinking about this?
You know, it's my version of life Tetris. I'm
God.
playing Tetris when I do it.
And here's the next one. Should couples have separate bank accounts, joint accounts, or both?
Both.
Both. Yeah, I agree with that
I
one.
think there's something, especially if you meet a little bit older in life, you've built your own, wealth. You've built your own what do they call it, nest egg. You deserve the right to protect that, especially with some of the fickle nature in some relationships.
Oh, yeah.
However, I do think if you don't unify to some degree and communicate, it is instantly putting a lack of trust into the relationship that wouldn't have been there otherwise.
Gosh, I mean, not that serious.
Oh,
but,
it's that serious.
But yes, I think it'd be nice to have your own because, again, depending on when you meet in life, and then you can have one that you share, like a vacation fund or something like that, or like whatever you dedicate that account to.
So you would just let me keep my Uber Eats habit?
Because I have one too.
Oh. So what you're saying is our Uber Eats habits would be kept separate?
Yeah.
That's absolutely hilarious. I think we got one more before
Next
we close this
question.
thing down.
Is there such a thing as too much PDA in public?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, get
Public
off me.
display of affection. PDA.
I'm like, it's too much, Kevin. Sometimes I'm like, don't just
Wait,
give
who
me
gives
space.
more PDA, you or Kevin?
Kevin. He does.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see PDA in public as letting the world know that you did it. You made it. You found someone. I think it's a statement piece. It's like buying a fancy piece of artwork. It's like having a nice car. It's like telling everyone what your kids do at school. Like when you get one of those "My Kid's an Honor Roll Student" type of stickers on your minivan, it's exactly the same. So when I kiss her in an airport and I make it look better than Gone with the Wind, like Gone with the Wind 2025, a little bit of modern lovemaking type stuff,
Oh my God,
it's a statement piece to the rest of the world. Like, yo, that guy, he's got it figured out. He just kissed a girl and he liked it.
Oh my God. I just think it's too much in people's faces. Like some people are not in relationships, you know, and then it makes them feel bad too. You have to keep that in mind. Like people are lonely, they're out there and you're just shoving it in their face.
I'm so lonely.
And then and it's just obnoxious. People are like, get a room, you know. I don't want to be
And
that.
I will later, after we're done our public excursion, we will go back to a private space.
Oh,
Probably
really?
fall asleep because that's what happens the closer you get to 40, let's just be honest. But I think that's what she said.
And I think that's what he said.
I think at the end of the day, every couple could be better if they start to talk a little bit more, have fun with it, and it's okay to disagree. I promise to not make any grandiose statements, but a little bit of disagreement actually makes us grow closer, not further apart. Anything you want to say?
Oh, I agree. Communication is key in any relationship. You always have to talk it out, be open, and don't be afraid to just connect with your partner.
And plant your flag in the round. Fellas, I will never abandon you.
Yeah,
We
okay.
are way better under stress. Everyone, thank you for your time. This is He Said, She Said. I'm Kevin Mullins.
And I'm Deniz Kilic, your hostess.
With the mostest. Have an amazing night, everyone.
Bye, guys.
This has been Tell Us Your Business, where a special guest comes on every week and tells us what they do. All shows can be seen on AMP Media Productions. And if you wish to be a guest, call 888-994-4995 Studio A and tell us about your business. That's 888-994-4995.